What else do you think contributed? So you got feminism. Yep, I agree with you 1,000% on that as well. Anything else you could think of that contributed to, you said the neocons?
I would say a lot of these intellectuals, the so-called Frankfurt School, critical theorists, also the liberals after World War II, because these guys created this consensus about the open society. Open Society Foundation comes from these liberal intellectuals, and they tried to deconstruct how fascism happened essentially in the 30s and 40s. They said that, well, it's innate in this so-called authoritarian personality. People that are molded by strong fathers and tradition develop this authoritarian personality, and that leads to fascism. It's this closed society. It's the strong gods of nation, family, race. They create a sort of worldview that lends itself to that structure of government. So they said, we've got to undo all that. We got to get rid of race. We got to get rid of the family, get rid of the nation. We have to form a truly open, international, tolerant society so that that kind of regime can never happen. And that's like the foundation of our entire worldview. So I would say these guys, plus that whole you-know-what museum industry, which starts cropping up in the 70s and 80s, it turns into an industry of guilt, where they say what happened in the 30s and 40s was so bad, never again. That's the mantra, never again, never again. And so basically we have to browbeat the population into giving up their father, giving up their race, giving up their nation, so that that kind of solidarity that could produce that effect could never be recreated, never again. In other words, if Germany didn't have a strong racial solidarity, if they didn't have a national solidarity, if they didn't have a strong, charismatic leader, they could have never done what they did. So how can we make sure that never happens again? Remove all those ingredients. And what do you get? Multiracial, multicultural, tolerant, open, liberal, international America. That's the open society.